Once you have found your pile, double check that your name is on all of the pieces, and you can find the table where you're assigned and line up where it says wait here, and make sure you don't go past the area where it says stop, so you're not in the way of the person printmaking. Make sure before you squeeze out any ink that the roller handle is off of the printing surface. You're gonna squeeze out about the amount of a quarter. You can always add more, but if you get too much, it's really hard to work with. So you can see about how much that is compared to my finger. When it's your turn to print, you're going to put your printing plate here where it says roll here. Once you have the amount of ink rolled out, you're gonna lift the brayer and you're gonna roll forward and then sideways. And then forward and then sideways. And repeat this process until the ink is even on the brayer. You can see it's not. You can see the ink is even on that brayer now. Make sure that your printing plate is in the area where it says roll here, because that's the only area on your table that should get dirty. And then you're gonna roll your brayer onto the surface of your printing plate. Once your plate is evenly covered, you're gonna set your roller with the handle in the roller handle here area so it doesn't get inked up for the next person, and then take your printing plate over to the flip over and rub area. Once you're in the flip over and rub area, away from the roll here area, you're gonna take your printing plate, carefully pick it up by the edges, and then flip it over and center it above your paper. So you're gonna take your printing plate, you're gonna center it over your paper, making sure it's even on all sides, and then gently set it down and give it a gentle press. And then you're gonna flip the whole thing over and you'll burnish, which is just a fancy word for rubbing, the back side of your paper. Then we're gonna flip the whole thing back over and carefully peel the stamp away to reveal your image. If you're not careful when you're rubbing, do you see how it shifted and it smeared a little bit to the left? So you have to be really careful when you're rubbing the back so that this doesn't move while you're rubbing the surface, but we want the whole thing to transfer. Then you're gonna get a placemat and start your pile of prints here. You can set this off to the side or along the chairs, and then take your stamp and your next paper and line back up over here and wait for your turn to print the second time. And then you'll do that whole thing again the third time. Once you're finished printing all three papers, which I know that I didn't, but we're gonna pretend like the other two have the print on them, you're gonna make sure all three are on a placemat, and then you'll take it over to the drying rack, load it from the bottom to the top, and continue right above the person before you.